My name's James Eatock. I'm doing the official YouTube channel. Man, I need to raise this. There we go. Can everybody hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what we're supposed to yes. So I thought instead of doing my usual presentation, which is like, hey, look at all this cool artwork, and everybody goes, ooh, I thought I'm just going to bore you all to death by talking about the YouTube channel because it's been quite an interesting process, and I kind of started work about a year after the last time I was at Grayskull Con, so it's been quite a journey. So yeah, so the official YouTube channel, I'm the guy that does everything on it. I mean everything. So yeah, I thought I would go through the whole history of it. That's not good. So, back in 2011/2012, I was working at Sony DADC, which is Sony's digital and something distribution committee or something. So that shows how much I've paid attention. So this company were outputting DVDs and Blu-rays, and at the time they just got the rights to do a couple of He-Man DVDs. And I thought, oh, fantastic, I'll get to work on them. I didn't because I got fired shortly before. But before that happened, this guy came in, and they were like, oh, do you know who that is? And I was like, no. And this was the guy's name, as he goes by, is Spud. They were like, that's Spud. And I was like, what's Spud? Like a potato. So he says, and they go, oh, James Eatock, he's the He-Man guy. So me and Spud had this little impromptu meeting, and he says, we're doing this YouTube channel. Nobody visits it. Would you like to work on it? And I was like, oh, yeah, okay. However, that didn't happen until like a year later. So I'm sitting there thinking, oh, they forgot about me. And then suddenly I'm working at Sony DADC. So what happens next? There we go. So I'm supposed to have like, I go into Google and YouTube, so I went into their offices in London, and I had to do this presentation pitch to them. So it's just me and a room full of like very important people and me, and I'm doing this. This is my pitch to them. I'm like, I know how to make a YouTube channel really successful. It hasn't quite happened, but so this was my pitch. I literally went in there with a slideshow, and I came up with the idea. I was like, let's do it like so it's 3 days a week plus bonus days, so you'll have like a constant flow of information and videos. I said on Mondays we could have like the animated history of Beastman and like various characters, do A to Z, so it's like you can go through this encyclopedia of Eternia, what else? Yeah, locations, vehicles, just everything. So it'd be like each video would be incredibly in depth and hopefully thoroughly entertaining. Then on Thursdays I said let's do like top 10, so we can do top 10 fights, top 10 insults, which has already been done, top 10 Evil Lynn episodes. So these were just like my pitches to them. I actually did do top 10 silliest episodes in the end. But so yeah, that was that one. I said we could also do like videos that focus on various things. There's like the many feats of He-Man. I think another one is like Orko's mixed up magic. So I could have like videos about that. And then there was behind the scenes videos, so stuff like this. And look at the storyboard. And then Sundays. What was I originally going to do? Oh yeah, commentaries on Sundays. I said, oh, we could do like, I don't know how many people remember like MTV used to do this thing called pop-up video. I was like, you could have an episode and then just these little captions pop up, during the episode. And I thought that'd be so entertaining. See a lot of hard work, and then bonus days. My idea, I was going to say, this was a stupid idea, but Google loved it. I said, we could do something like where someone impersonates Skeletor, and every week you could ask Skeletor a question, and the following week he would answer the questions. Never happened, but it was an idea, and they kind of. And I was going to have, and I was going to have like, and I was going to have like fan artwork as well. So I thought like, I could have like, this was from Serial Geek. It's love language. This was going to be, this is from Serial Geek. Like I think it was issue 12, and it was just about Skeletor convincing Eternia that He-Man and him are friends now. It's obviously fake out. So yeah. And then I was going to do like episodes in 30 seconds, like really stupid like ideas. Diamond Grab's Experience was going to be like, you could have episodes where it was just the music and effects tracks, and it was almost like karaoke episodes, no dialogue. What else? And deleted rare footage like the commercial and the missing scene from Diamond Ray. What else? And then I was going to feature the concept artwork from She-Ra and stuff like that on the channel. The rotoscope actors, where it's like, there she is, and then that's how she looks, that kind of thing. And then this was the weird thing, and even to this day, I said, oh, let's do She-Ra on the channel. They were like, we don't want She-Ra on the channel. I was like, I was like, but we could do videos about She-Ra, and you could make more visitors and subscribers, it would be a good thing. And they were like, no She-Ra. And I was like, okay. So what was additional content? Oh yeah, so I thought I was just dealing primarily with a cartoon. I said, oh, but could I explore like the toys and the UK comics and the Ladybird books and the mini comics and what else? So yeah, that was my idea. And then they said, no, just the cartoon. I was like, okay, so I'm just restricted to cartoon updates only. And then projections, what is this? Yeah, so I said to them, I can do 3 updates a week, you can get 3 years worth of material, but then if you add She-Ra to that, you get 3 updates a week, and then you've got 6 years worth of material. So these like really grand ideas for the channel. And, oh, that's not the end. That was the end of my presentation, not this presentation. So these are the actual subscribers. So when I turned up on the channel, there was already 15,000 subscribers. And then that was November 2013, I think. So in nearly 2 years, and this isn't much, got up to 40,000, which by YouTube standards is barely anything. I'm sure Pixel Dan's got like 1 million subscribers. So yeah, over the space of 2 years, that's like 24,000 increase. Again, it's not a lot, but it's better than nothing. However, I pause that so perfectly. This was their idea for subscriptions. They were like, within a year, we think the YouTube channel could get this many subscribers. And I was like, you've got to be kidding. So they wanted like 1 million subscribers. And I said to them, I actually said to them in the meeting, I've never lived this down, I said, it's not a Justin Bieber channel. I said, there's no way you're going to get 1 million subscribers to a He-Man channel, with all due respect. I was like, there's just not that many people that keen on He-Man. So they were like, oh, okay, but, you know, I've done what I can with the channel. So yeah, after months and months of all this preparation work, we got to the point where I was like, right, these are the videos. So I went back to them and I was like, right, these are the videos I want to do. Yeah, so I said, you know, you could have like uploaded episodes to the channel and then upload episode commentaries and trivia videos. So these were the ones, funny videos, and then behind the scenes videos, and what else? And music videos. So they're the ones that ended up being kind of, you know, with all those grand ideas that I showed you before, those are the ones that actually happened. And then this was the only video to this day that went kind of viral to an extent where I uploaded the video, and usually I'd be lucky to get like 1,000 views in a week. And I went to bed, I woke up and it was like, you know, 3,000. I was like, oh. And then I refreshed the page like a minute later, it was like 3,500. I was like, wait a sec. And this video, this random website somewhere had picked up, had promoted this video, and it went crazy. It did like about 40,000 views in the space of a few days. And I was like, and I thought, this is it, we've changed the future of the channel, it's successful. It was just a one-off, but yeah, this was the video. This was the video that was the most popular video on the channel. It boggles the mind. This is my favourite, I love it. I don't know why. It's just like Skeletor's best thing. And that is the video that kind of went viral, and I was like, what? I just couldn't figure out. It was the easiest. I did that video in like the space of, I don't know, a day, if that. It was just like, right, get all the laughter track, just put it all as one big laughing thing, and yeah, and it went crazy. I was like, okay, that's clearly what YouTube want. So yeah, when it comes to ideas for videos, it's you've got the structured videos, which are the commentary tracks, the trivia, behind the scenes, and music. They're very easy. They're not easy to make, but they're very basic, as in a commentary is me talking about an episode. A trivia, I take something and turn it into a video. Behind the scenes, again, I take something and turn it into another video, and music is just music tracks. But then I don't really call them freestyle videos, but I did for this, which is He-Man videos are the funny, like the silly ones, as are what happens next. But with those videos, I'm literally working with nothing. It's just I'm sitting there going, what can I do that's relatively entertaining? So yeah, so they're born out of random stuff. So it started with, I was watching the Cosmic Comet one day, and I was like, I thought to myself, oh, that would have been a good idea. So this is as the episode is. It's as it appears.
Hurry, Zacharias, hurry! Almost have it. A little more time. Our time has run out. I'll just have to slow that comet down. Sorceress, can you give me a lift? Got to hold it.
So I saw that and I was like, I've got a really good idea for a video, and this is what this happened next. You'll hear me talk on this. It's you have to listen to it. But this started the trend of these videos.
Let our power reach out once more and bring the cosmic comet down on Castle Grayskull. E-Man, it's here! The cosmic comet is here!
Our time has run out. I'll just have to slow that comet down.
What happens next? Does He-Man A. prevent the cosmic comet from striking Castle Grayskull, thus saving Eternia? B. Send Orca to stop the cosmic comet from striking Castle Grayskull? Or C. Miss the cosmic comet completely?
Now it's time for BCD.
Sorceress, can you give me a lift?
So that was literally, that was born out of that, and I was like, oh right, I think I've started another trend of videos there. So yeah, I've done quite a few What Happens Next videos. This was Island of Fear. So again, this clip's quite long, but you know, so you've got this scene where they're in the Wind Raider and they're flying around the Eternia Royal Palace, and then they crash into this mysterious island out in the middle of nowhere. So the Wind Raider's screwed and now they're going to crash. But the key is it's like a short little action scene, so it's like I could do something with this.
Duncan, Cringer, are you alright? Oh no, Duncan and Cringer are being sucked into the dam's water intake. By the power of Grayskull.
Buzz off. Am I glad to see you? You can say that again.
Yeah, so so from that I created this, and bear in mind like how long that clip was, and I really kind of edited the footage down. It's possible to do it as I'll explain as later in the video, but yeah, so from that I created this.
Sure clears the cobwebs out of your mind.
Look out. The engines have been damaged by the collision.
Going down. Get ready to jump. Oh no, Duncan and Cringer are being sucked into the dam's water intake. By the power of Grayskull.
What happens next? Does He-Man A. save Man-at-Arms and Cringer only to encounter a far greater danger? B. Drown alongside Man-at-Arms and Cringer? Or C. Save Man-at-Arms and Cringer aided by Buzz-Off and Orca?
just kill the characters. It's always good. So yeah. So in order to create that, it's obviously like it's quite random. So the ability to kind of take an episode and just literally chop it to pieces and make it still work in terms of audio and video is one. I've got all the episodes. Like each episode is like 9 gigabytes each. They're big episode files. And the other thing is I've got all the music and effects tracks. Now, for those that don't know, music and effects tracks are, for the cartoon for instance, are just the music and the sound effects. Because when they would send the cartoon to Germany or wherever, you can just dub over it with local voice talent. But the audio would still remain the same. So all the M&E tracks. So this is an M&E track without the dialogue. This is how Filmation would put it together. So you'd have this one line of just no dialogue whatsoever. It's like karaoke basically. So it's the water and the music. So that's a music and effects track. So we basically had music and effects and the episodes. For anybody that knows, one of the guys who contributes to the channel is this guy called Dusan, and he's in Serbia, and he's just like an amazing talent at just creating stuff. So he somehow, I still don't know how he does it, he took the audio track from the episode and the M&E track, as it were, so he got these two separate tracks, combined them, and one, he created instrumentals, which is what we've been uploading to the channel for the last 70 weeks. But the other thing he created, so he did the instrumentals, the other thing he created, which is amazing, were the original vocal tracks. So that's just the dialogue without any music. Now that's impossible to get these days, but somehow he managed to create this.
The engines have been damaged by the collision.
Going down.
So there's nothing under it. So it's just the dialogue.
Duncan, Creature, are you alright? Oh no, Duncan and Creature are being sucked into the dam's water intake. By the power of Grayskull.
So with that, having the ability to have all these vocal tracks makes the life of an editor much easier. And then the other thing is, I work in a timeline. There's just absolutely no audio when I've got a clip, so I have to insert my own sound effects. So these are my sound effects now. So it's like I've got a Hanna-Barbera library of sound effects, a Star Trek library of sound effects. So you add all these different elements to. I think the water sound effect is actually from a Jackie Chan movie. So that's how quite random that is. So that's basically how the different layers to a video. And then there was this video. Hopefully people have seen it. If not, you're in for an odd treat. Just watching an episode, I thought, I've got a great idea for a video.
Oh my, that is lovely. If I do say so myself.
That was that. So these were the original frames. So I'm just showing you how I created that rather twisted scene. So the original frame obviously has Orko do this. This is from the original episode. So he kind of frees Tila with his magic, and didn't even do that to the bottom. So the key elements are here are his arms lower and her arms wider, so she's got full exposure there. But Orko's arms do that. So what I have to do then is cut out the frames of Orko to make him fit there. So this was me cutting out the frames of Orko. So there's his evil little hands. There you go. And these were how the revised frames look. So now Orko's arms are raising instead of lowering, and Tila's position is constantly like that. So you're able to do that. And that's where it cuts, thankfully. And the original frames, this was for the reactions sequence. This was from the Dragon's Gift episode, so it's Tila doing that reaction. So again, I cut Tila out, but this time, it took ages to cut her out because there's a lot of stuff going on here. But what I did is I created these little crazy pupils that looks like she's been touched by Orko. There you go. So that's how I created that. But the thing I loved most was this. So I had Orko, I can't remember what episode this is from. We had Orko there, and I thought I want to make him look like he's, a pervert. So I basically gave him these eyes, which I'll show you bigger. So they look like nothing, but when you put them over the actual wall coat, they look brilliant. It's just like that. It's just, it was ideal. So yeah. So and then these are the revised frames of that. So there's all code, and that was that. So you can see. I feel like he should be expressing himself more, but I think that's all that needs to be said about that. Really. So yeah, creating new elements. So obviously I was creating stuff there, but this is like one of the most recent ones I did, where I had all code. Yeah, you'll see.
Now, what are the right words? Let's see. By the power of Grayskull!
They'd actually fight each other, but so that, for example, that thing of like auto create, like how do you start off with doing that? And like this caption says, like knowing the series inside out helps, because I'll be sitting there like I need something that I need to have Orko kind of thinking about transforming into He-Man. So there's two episodes. You got Disappearing Act where Orko's talking and he says, let's see what are the right words. It's like So that's that bit of dialogue there, and then by the power of Grayskull is from this episode, where Orko's.
Now hold the sword up and say, by the power of Grayskull.
So they're the two pieces of dialogue I take out, and I'm like, right, that goes with that. And the original frames actually from the episode this was from has Orko putting the sword back. So I thought, well, all I've got to do is reverse the frames, and he's taken it out. It's really simple. So what we have is I decided that was the start pose. So that's where the lightning's going to come out, and then I just basically hand drew the lightning, the power of Grayskull. So these are the frames of the lightning. So it looks really basic. It's just random frames, and it does this loop thing where it just does this for a bit. And then you add, this is what I love about Photoshop, you add the glow and it looks more convincing. It looks like what you'd see in the Filmation show. So you've got this nice iridescent glow to it. And then all I did with this is I just put this on top of the Orko thing, and then you've got this sequence. So it kind of, it's basic, as long as you know what you're doing, I guess. So yeah, and I keep getting people to this day message me saying, I don't remember that episode, and I'm like, it's because it didn't exist. I've had a lot of people again ask, like, how did you do this sequence with just the power of Grayskull? And originally it was for another video I was working on, which I still am, which was showing how the transformation sequence works, or at least this part of it. So yeah, I was originally trying to recreate the transformation. So this is from the Filmation show, obviously, and you've got a bunch of different elements going on because everything was done in cameras, wasn't CGI or computer generated. It was all done in camera, so it was optical, and had to run the film back every time, do another bit, shoot another bit, run it back. It was an incredibly complicated process, but I thought, well, I've got Photoshop, I could at least give it a shot. But I thought I could happily, I think, create the sequence. So first of all, I started off with Castle Grayskull. My friend Lee Clevenger owns the daytime Castle Grayskull background, so there was no jawbridge. So first thing I did a jawbridge, and then I had to try and make it look like nighttime, or at least night on Eternia. So I threw all these Photoshop layers on to just try and get it right, and I think I ended up with not that one, must be the next one. Yeah, so that was like it doesn't really work in this light, but that was my nighttime shot of Grayskull. He-Man was easy because if anybody owned the Panini sticker album, I just scanned that from the back and stuck him on the castle. So that's two elements. And then the lightning, again, much like the Orko sequence, it was just me hand drawing the lightning, like that. And then again, you add the effects from Photoshop, and it turns into that, and it looks like the cartoon. So there you go, that's that sequence. And then the other thing is the castle goes from light to dark to light again, so it just loops back and forward to create the illusion of the lightning, I guess, the power of Grayskull. And that's He-Man in front of it. I was creating this mask. And then the end sequence, it did look pretty good. I mean, it's not perfect, obviously, it's not perfect, but this is how it turned out, kind of thing. And these, so yeah, you've got these frames are too slow. You've got 8 frames of lightning, I think it is, just looped, and then you've got 16 frames of the castle in the background. But yeah, and then, so you can still see around it the original, the board that the scan was done on, so it's just, it's a bit of a mess. But when cropped, I'm pretty sure I cropped the sequence, you can actually see it better. I hope, come on, get to it. at some point. Yeah, there we go. So that's what I created from scratch. And again, it kind of looks like, and you can go in close because it's all high def. And it's like, yeah, it kind of works. And no kids in the room, are there? Are there any kids in here?
Outside.
Oh, so that's cool. I've got a swear word on the screen. So yeah, that was basically classic media's thing to me. Was the one thing we ask is don't fuck with the characters. And I'm like, okay, so in other words, I can do as many videos as I want, so long as I don't besmirch the characters too much. So I can kill them, and I can do this and I can do that, but I can't create. Even though I've got all code touching Tila's arse, that's not considered bad enough. But this one, I had to get this one approved. This next video, because it was just like, there's 2 videos. Since doing the channel, there's 2 videos that got sent over for approval. Oh man, I hope it's lighter than this. So.
Horrible dream that was.
So that because of that, I had to get that approved. And they said, yeah, that's fine. And the other one I had to get approved features the lady behind me, because Marianne, I had a swearing on camera. Obviously, it was like, you don't hear the F-bomb, the word fuck, but it's obvious what she's saying, so I had to get this bit of footage approved. They approved it. They were like, that's fine. So I had to say I had to say what the fuck, and it was just like, oh, that's okay. The other thing was, like I said, the Orco one is allowed, but this video they approved, no problem whatsoever. I was a wasp. Go away. Yeah, this went through no problem.
Today's story, Skeletor was looking for a shortcut, a quick way to rescue. Why, you...
Originally with that sequence, I had Skeletor walk up from one of the episodes, and he's like, "You killed him, He-Man! You killed him!" And then they just start laughing together, and I was like, "Oh, that was brilliant." But I cut that bit for some reason. Yeah, so the next few videos, as we reach like a near conclusion, these videos are, I think the first one premiered on the channel on Thursday, but given everybody's come to this convention, I thought they might not have seen it, so this one's actually on the channel, the next few aren't, so... Oh no, oh, sorry, mistake. So last year at a convention in Southampton, I had to come, they wanted like some sort of video presentation, so I just did a coming soon video. So this video features stuff that's already on the channel now, because at the time it wasn't, because this is like a year old. But it's full of like random clips and a clip of me and Marianne dancing for like 10 seconds. But there is context to all this at some point. It just looks like random events currently. So it's about a minute and a bit long, so enjoy. Actually, everything makes sense. This will actually appear in a video at some point. I'm just need to figure it out.
I hope this is making sense. It is making sense.
By the power of Grayskull!
I don't know what that was. So yeah, everything makes sense in the end. So that was like the video I showed at this convention in Southampton. And this is the video that was uploaded on Thursday, so this is really new.
The blaster won't work. Where are you, bonehead? Get down. Hold them off. I'll stop Skeletor. I thought my blasters might work.
So that was that one. What's the next one? Yeah, this one hasn't been on the channel yet. And it's a bit of a throwback to another video. So if you haven't seen the original video, it kind of doesn't work, but yeah.
There it is. Lost mountain. We're ready to agree right now. But since we don't have one, I'll just have to find another way up there.
What happens next? Does He-Man A, have Man-at-Arms and Battle-Cat launch him into the air only to miss Lost Mountain? B, have Man-at-Arms and Battle-Cat launch him into the air and land on Lost Mountain? Or C, find himself having an overwhelming sense of deja vu?
I'm ready. Let us go. Good luck, my friend.
Is it? So yeah, that's the deja vu one, because there was a previous video where I had the same ending, so I was like, oh, I'll let him crash into the basher again. Yeah, this video might not appear on the channel. I've done it. It's kind of offensive and bad taste, but I don't know. I feel it kind of works. So.
Yes? Do you really know He-Man? I've always wanted to meet him.
It's loose. He was born blind. Well, Reese, how would you like to go on an adventure with you?
So you've got He-Man taking Loose, the blind boy, on an adventure, and Loose is going to give a big speech in a minute. It's like, yeah, he's good sense, making sense.
The crystal caves are on the other side of this gorge. Now, Bruce, the bridge is rather narrow. Maybe I should carry you across.
Are you going to carry Grandman across the bridge?
No, I think he can take care of himself.
Well, so can I. I'm not helpless.
Bruce, I didn't mean to.
You didn't hurt my feelings. I just want you to treat me like anybody else.
I understand. Oops.
So yeah, I basically had the blind child fall into the ravine. I'm like, I still don't know if they're going to get that. So that's when I have to run by approval. And this was, this won't be on the channel till I think October time, but yeah.
By the power of Grayskull, I command the drawbridge. Open!
This is only a temporary portal to trauma, and as you can see, it is much too small.
Sorceress, do you have the power to make me small enough to enter the portal?
But it is too dangerous.
I'll take that chance.
Take this. It is the sphere of size. Squeeze it to grow small. Release it to return to your size.
Good. We can enter the portal now.
I've wonderful news.
So I was just like, yeah, I'll let him step on He-Man and Battle-Cat. And then I think this is the last video. What time is it? Yeah, it's kind of wrapping up point. This was the toy commercial. I think there's been on YouTube. This is actually from Mattel's, what do you say, like vaults, as it were. Scott, Neil, I'll never know how to pronounce his surname, but Scott from Mattel, formerly of Mattel, sent me this video years ago and was like, you can use it on the channel. So at some point I'm doing a video about this, but this was the the Castle Grayskull commercial that Filmation animated. So this is the same people that made the Filmation He-Man cartoon, only it's
This toy comes with something
ridiculously
that might
different.
open up a
Look
kid's
at the live action
imagination.
bit, blah blah blah.
Its own legend.
He-Man! Skeletor is his enemy.
It's the Masters of the Universe collection. And for my kids, the legend begins here with Castle Grayskull. Powers of the universe. He-Man, Skeletor has captured Castle Grayskull. We must stop his evil power. Grayskull! He-Man's forces are deep in the lead. Here I am, Skeletor. Nothing's safe while Skeletor is out there. And so the legend continues in this Masters of the Universe collection. And in the imagination of my kids, look for it. It's new. From Mattel.
Yeah, so that was their commercial, and that's it really. I think that's the end of my presentation. So I think I'm 15 minutes early, but yeah, everyone, I think we do Q&As for this really. Any questions? Well, that's good. That's the end, people. So peace out.